Greetings, my AltBlu. How do you do? Welcome to just a one-off thing for FTB Infinity, specifically AE2. Alright, you know these Fluix crystals, the pure ones? These guys? You know how everyone wants to autograph them? Well, there's so many convoluted ways. And this is the first thing I thought of. This is the first time I'm actually using AE2 for real. More than just like stopping in a server. No, this place is a mess. I am working with many of the people in the LGC FTP Infinity server, so don't judge me, please. I'm sorry. Anyway, but this is one of mine. And I was like, okay, I built this. Yeah, it's one of my curiosity things. I felt a little clever about it. How the heck did I gain level? Must be level up somewhere nearby. Anyway, that's more soulbound books. Anyway, so I was working around and I couldn't find this design. And I saw the other designs because I like to build things, see how I make the best I can. And I was like, what's going on, community? Did no one really know how to make this? I'll show you how to make this properly, but here's this is going to be a basic rundown. This is my master system. It goes to here. Master system goes there. There, it goes all over the place. It is a complete and total wreck of a mess. And because I have that interface right there, connected to that storage bus, it makes this into a slave network for AE2. Maybe I might know how to do it, but it's a slave network. Slave networks are independent networks from the main system. But the main system, like this, can access the slave network's inventory. So this, right? You get what I'm thinking? So it's another 32 in this? 16 or 8, or whatever the heck it is. Anyway, that doesn't matter. What really important is that you know it's a one-way connection, right? Now over here is the main network. So the wire convoluted snuck over there, and that goes to a what's it called? Formation plane. There it is. Formation plane. These Fluix seeds. I just have it set up. I just make the Fluix seeds, toss it back in the ASIN, and it automatically drops them in here. And if you want the corners in, so I don't have to pick them up. Alright? It drops them here. These are the crystal growth accelerators. But on the bottom of this, the problem most people have, there's droppers and a timer, is how to pick it up. Right? Right. An annihilation plane. Duh. If you thought, you can't format an annihilation plane. Guess what? You can. Give it its own network. It can only pick up what it can put away. Thus, its own private network. Thus, this ME chest. Thus, this ME drive. So it'll pick it up and then store it in here. It's actually getting real close to being full. I'll actually put a bigger drive in there, but I don't think that will be entirely necessary. So this is a bare bones basic. All this ever has is the annihilation plane, the ME chest, the energy acceptor, and the ME interface over here to make the slave network and a couple of wires. That's it. It's on this network. That sub network makes it all happen. I'll build this with you in just a moment in creative so I can actually see the building process, what I went through to make this, which was nothing. Why haven't I seen this anywhere else? Maybe I missed the episode of Dark going to make something like this, or a better version of it, or the hot, or something. Maybe not a version of it from a different mod, but Infinity, pure AE, nice and simple. Why haven't I seen it anywhere else? And if there are other places like to see it, I just couldn't find it. So, yeah, anyway. back, get to building. See you in a bit. Greetings everybody, and we are back. Alright, this is pretty much everything you will need. An enemy chest, enemy interface, a cell workbench, enemy formation plane, enemy nationality plane, some blocks, a power supply, an acceptor for said power supply, 4 crystal growth accelerators, enemy storage bus, and a 1 AK, so a couple cables, plus at least one of each of these. They have pure Fluix, pure Nether, pure Citrus, and their seeds. Please have 0% on them. Makes things much easier. Alright. Let's set this. Let's just set the basics up, just so you can see it in its component parts. Come on, there you go. The very first, annihilation plane has to be on the bottom. Formation plane has to be on top. The whole process of this is just to give the annihilation this inventory. That's what we're making. We're making an inventory for the annihilation plane. For the annihilation plane. Then you get crystal growth accelerators. Right? You know the deal. Get these going. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make the sub network first and set that up. Then I will do the master network. Alright, you just take your interface anywhere connected to this and connected to your chest. And some cable between. And of course, this is needed to be a powered system. You could just, you can't just enemy chest, you have to put a power to the system. I'm just going to put it there to create a system for that. I just want to get this over with, if you know what I mean. And that's power. This is actually the majority of the network. This is this whole bottom, the base network. It's just that. This is this. Hey, I have an interface block and the storage. But in the storage is really the key to making this work. Take that. It is the cell workbench, of course. And you take your cell, whatever size you receive. I'm just using 1K in this. Put your fully grown pure crystals inside. So this whole entire system can only accept those crystals. Bam. Now this network can only accept these crystals. Just to show you how that actually works, I'm just going to do a quick little thing on the side here. And just watch. If I just toss that into there. If I was not a derp and actually just did it upwards, and just toss that. Bam, right into it. It's right there in the system. If I toss anything else, even, say, these Fluix seeds of the exact same thing, bam, it's still in my inventory. Go again, they just bounce off. Because there's nowhere in the inventory to take it. Which is the whole, whole point of this. That's the whole process that makes this work. Now, for the main network, let's get a cable from our main network over here. That, you don't want this. You can't have it connect like that. But this is how the slave networks work. To get ME storage bus between your ME interface from this network to it. That means this is now a storage system for the main network. You can read everything in this network, but only take up one channel. That's it. The one channel. For 1, 2, 3 channels, 4 channels worth of things. Does that count as a channel? Just to show it, I'll do the smart cable. Just the one channel taken for all this. Isn't that awesome? Anywho, let's just get to the rest of it done. I currently have this just set up for not auto crafting, so I manually toss the seeds in the system to get the manual result of the seeds coming out of the system. And there's the 2. And in here, you just code it so you have just the seeds in there. That's it. It's exactly what I've on the AltBlu server. And then it has to have an animated system. I just craft these up, toss them in like it's powered. It's all good. Actually, let's have a thought. How would I do the actual Fluix crystals with this? Well, if you ask me, which apparently you are for some reason, I have an idea. This is on the fly. So this is the output system. Now you need to get input system. Right? Right. Yeah. And I just need an inventory for this to immediately drop through. So it could be, I'm just going to use this. Just have an input system. No, if this doesn't work, I'm just going to edit this out. Let's see. Let's do a 1K. Keep forgetting this. All those other cells, some extra cells. That can take anything, right? We need our ME interface. No, if I do, actually no. It's not ME. I don't need that. I don't need that. I need an interface plane. I need a pusher, right? No. All right. Now ask, what did I just do? If this works as I think it should, which I can actually test. Get the smart cable in there. Should say 2, 1, 2 on this system. Yeah, because that's just one solid cable, 2. That won't say 4, that would say 2. Right? Okay, and that goes off to your main AE system. These will put, if I put the patterns in here for for the outputs. Right. So in here, put the patterns for these as these, and then autocraft them elsewhere. It'll push into this chest we made. That's how these work. It'll push into here, and the system will automatically, this right here, will push it into here. Right? Get me? Once pushed in here, it'll format, and you have the and once it's in here, and you have this set up for the Fluix crystal house. I'm actually going to set this up right on the server in just a minute. Besides the auto crafting, because I do not want to do too much auto crafting on that server. I may eventually, but I don't want to have too much, because I do enjoy some of the manual thing, and it slows me down. Sometimes I just go overboard and I burn myself out. But you've seen the past. Right, so I retrofit this system to prove it works. So you now understand how it works. I'll retrofit this system on the server. I'll see you in a minute. And welcome back, everybody. I tried this in my multiplayer, so I'm just gonna do the little tutorial thing. Just clip this on at the end because what I recorded over there was kind of garbage. But this right here doesn't work at all. But there is a huge but. I can do it. Import never bus and a chest. You follow me now? Okay, so take the chest. Import bus and the interface. That works. So you put your patterns in here, whatever you're going to do. Imports it directly into here, which immediately drops it in. You no longer need these at all. All you have to do is dial in what you would want, these patterns. Whatever you're making your patterns, say any of these citrus quartz, those patterns. I'm assuming if you're doing this, you know how to make patterns. If you do not, write me in the comments. I'll make another video that shows you how to do it. But if you're watching this, I doubt you need to. I'm assuming a lot of assumed knowledge, but if you don't, I understand. It's perfectly fine. I can teach you. But this does work. This little teeny setup here is like the holy grail for these things. Nice, simple, concise. All of it is a little encoding, and it works great. Now I have to make mine, encode all the things on mine, and it will be awesome. And thank you for watching. This goes to ME system. These two are the actual things. This actually lets you pull from this system. Actually, this right here, which is the system. And this, you need to have your patterns in to push in the chest. So you pulled into the drop, and you'll be all set. And just do the clear up. But oh yeah, most important thing. No magnets near this. Alright, this is a pain to reset. I guess you're going to get less of one. But it is a... Oh wait, that's just the image source, so it's a pain to reset. What you could do is make the formation plane one higher and put blocks around it. So when it's playing wrong, so you can just have put a dropper on one side. No, it's not the dropper. There's another thing that does the same thing, but I can't remember what it's called at the moment. So it clicks it back in as an emergency if you pick it up. I don't know what it's called. But I know something exists. I've seen it. I don't know if it's in FTV Infinity, but it does exist. Maybe it's in your pack. You know exactly what I'm talking about. One item thing, I just pump things out on a one click, just like a dispenser, but it's constant. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. This right here is all you need for anything in accelerators. I mean anything. Have a wonderful evening. I'll see you next time.